Thank you everyone for joining us today, and welcome to Softsquare's AGrid Demo Day. I'm Alexander Peter. I'm Softsquare's Chief Product Strategist. And what does that really mean? My role is to help customers complete the last mile. My goal is to complete the last mile for the customers. So what that means is we look at customer data, we talk to customers, we ask them, get feedbacks, and then we try to incorporate it into the product. And that is my predominant role. And I'm very excited today to share with you a product that has been in development and in exploration for the past 5 years. And this started out with a free product called AGrid that we have been maintaining and supporting. And over the years, we have had over thousands of users in the AppExchange. And I'm sure many of you in this call have already used data tables. We have achieved some incredible insights on how to go from information to action. That's the theme of our AGrid, is to take information and go to action. And what does that really mean? So that's what we're going to cover today in depth on how we have achieved that. And one of the things we have done is we have moved from 7 steps that you have to do to just 2 steps. And the loading and reloading and all those other intricate details of navigation has been simplified significantly. And this has been done by asking our customers, our field engineers, what is the most important feature they're trying to see in data tables. And then we incorporated that into AGrid. And AGrid stands for Actionable Grid. Again, it is one of the key foundations of AGrid was to make sure that it's admin friendly. Because if a tool is not admin friendly, it's very hard for the user and the customer to reach the tool. So let's go ahead and just talk a little bit about the 3 key Softsquare concepts that we have integrated into all our product lines. And one of the key concepts of AGrid is built from speed. We wanted more speed. One of the biggest complaints was that our field agents were in the field and they had to click through multiple screens and it takes longer to load. So speed was our #1 optimization priority in AGrid. So saving time was one of our biggest challenges, and that's something we have overcome using creative navigation techniques, some smart lazy loading techniques, which Nixon is going to talk about. And the other thing we found from our users was touch native. Because of the mobile and iPad, we are moving from click native to touch native user interface. And finally, we wanted a no-code solution for administrators. So those are the 3 core concepts that Softsquare has implemented in AGrid: is ground up speed, touch native, and no code for administrators. And we're going to cover all those areas, and you're going to see the working version today. Now, AGrid is a framework that helps you understand, decide, and act. So today, our team will walk you through the tools, out of the box, end-to-end functionality. Most importantly, everything you see today is available on AppExchange with a free trial. So you can download it and you can install it, you can play with it. And now I will kick off by having our CEO, Mr. Andi, talk about his vision and how all this came together, and also our appreciation for our customers, our clients, our teams, our partners. And Nixon, our product architect, is going to go deep dive into the product. So to you, Mr. Andi, thank you.
Thank you, Alex Peter. I would like to first call out some of our customers who are in this meeting. I would like to first recognize Mark Anthony Group from Vancouver, who bought our product for the first time. Senthil, Subbiah, Veronica, and Harpreet, who are in this call. We also have our longest standing customer, Velocity, represented by Jeff Bauman. We have April Bellis and Shruti from Diplomatic Language Services in Arlington, Virginia, one of Nixon's clients, and about 6 years into SI work for them. And of course, a few others. Of course, Advisor Assist is here. I think it's either Chris Wynn or Tom representing Advisor Assist. So really, really appreciate your time today, in spite of the pandemic and all the troubles we've had across the world. Really appreciate your presence. As some of you know, we have been established since 2008 as a Salesforce practice, 12 years. The first 2 years we were doing SI work for Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and Force.com. Pretty much all that was there in Salesforce at that time. Quick learning opportunity for us, and we could deliver a lot of work. But then, of course, Salesforce acquired 54 companies, and the ecosystem is much, much, much larger now, the ecosystem. And then in 2011, we pivoted towards product development because that was a key differentiator for our company. And we have delivered 35 apps for AppExchange partners, which is ISVs. We have not only built their products, we also have done professional services for them over and beyond those products. And about 70% of our business now is PDO, which is product development outsourcer. And over the years, we have learned from those product building opportunities and long-standing projects running across multiple years. And we pivoted towards building some apps based on customer gaps that we have found. Listen to the customer, find the gaps, and identify product requirements, build those products, and sell them as well as support them, right? So this is something that we've been doing for a while, for the last 6-7 years. And the primary motto of our practice is clicks versus code, right? Why do you customers go and buy Salesforce? You buy it primarily because it's a clickable, low code environment, and that's where the real differentiation comes. And so for the last 12 years, all we have been doing is promote clicks versus code, and that also shows in the product that we are going to demonstrate today. As you can see from the slide, there's a slew of products that we have done, all the way from Lightning Data Table Dev, which is a precursor to the product that we are showing today, as well as there's an image slider product which did at that period in October 2016, and we are releasing Media Manager next month with the same follow-on work, right? So Media Manager is more upgraded version of image slider, and I would like to call out our client Royal Engineering, who's in this call, to listen to our presentation. So as well as we have a round robin distributor product, we have a response time tracker. And next slide, please. So this slide kind of gives you an idea of what Lightning Data Table Dev was all about. We released it at a moment when Salesforce didn't have a grid product. Even today they have a grid product, but it's one among thousands of components that Salesforce sells. So we have a differentiating product with about 1,000 active customers, but this is a dev-friendly product. You need to write code to query, take the JSON and put it into the grid to display it, while the one that Nixon is going to demonstrate shortly is a radically different product built out of a different code base, but similar concepts underlying, or similar functionality for the customer, more admin friendly and more actionable, more flow compatible. So there's a lot of features there which we could not build in 2016. So these are some of our clients, as you can see, who use our product. And off we go to Nixon, who's been very instrumental in driving this product forward.
Thank you, Andi. And hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today in the middle of this global pandemic. I hope everyone is safe and healthy. So let's get started. AGrid is a no-code grid framework built using Salesforce Lightning Web Components. We can build powerful grids for any standard object or any custom objects. AGrid is Lightning ready, and you can use it in all Lightning pages like record detail page, Lightning app page, Lightning community, and flows. AGrid is highly configurable, and your admins can configure the features at each list view level. Security is paramount for us. As a 100% native solution built on Salesforce platform, AGrid considers and leverages all standard Salesforce data and metadata configurations. Our core philosophy while designing AGrid is simplicity and ease of use. We ensured that no additional training is required for your existing Salesforce users when you onboard on AGrid. We help to transform your information to actionable grid so that field users can access more information on the go and perform actions lightning fast without navigating to multiple screens. AGrid is designed and tested on large data volume. We incorporated all large data volume best practices, including lazy loading, to ensure you don't waste your precious time by looking at the loading screen. Now we can enable connected intelligence for your related list using AGrid. We can configure multiple related lists per object, and your Salesforce users can see the key information like open cases, open opportunities while accessing the account information. AGrid will take your related list beyond lookup and master detail relationship. That means you can have open cases related list on opportunity record detail page, even though they don't have any direct relationship. Now that sounds like a magic, but it is real. All you need is a common entity between different objects to connect. AGrid is fully compatible with your desktop, mobile, and iPad devices. All right, let's look into some of the key features we have built on AGrid. Filtering the data is never been that easy. You can use column filters for each one of the column. And if you want to filter or search for data furthermore, you can use our list view search quickly, and this will search data against all available columns in the grid. If you use any filters frequently, you can save them as preferences. To take it one more level productive, you can share the preference with your team. Admins are going to save a lot of time by using this feature because managers can create their team specific preference that is going to be a huge productivity booster. Next, you can sort data by any column, and you can also download the list view data as CSV in one button click. You can perform all standard actions like create record, update record, delete records from AGrid, and it all leverages standard Salesforce screen. All records and actions are rendered based on logged in users profile, permission sets, and sharing permissions. That means if your user don't have access to any field, it will not display in the column. If your user don't have permission to update the record, the edit record will not be showed that. So as I mentioned earlier, security is paramount for us, and we leveraged all security features Salesforce gives out of the box. Everyone is familiar with the quick actions. You can invoke a flow from quick actions, and it is limited to record detail page. But leveraging AGrid, you can invoke flow actions from your list views and related list. This feature helps to reduce the time to complete action by avoiding multiple clicks and scrolls. Imagine how much time your organization can save by eliminating multiple clicks and page loads across all your scenarios. Using connected intelligence enabled related list, you can create multiple related lists per object relationship. In this example, you can see we have created two related lists for opportunity, one for viewing pipelines and one for all opportunities. Even if you want to break it further more detail, you can have a separate related list for closed opportunities. All right. You can also use inline edit feature to perform inline edit on the go. And this is not limited to single record. You can also perform mass inline edits. You can switch between a distraction-free full screen view and a normal view anytime. We also understand the limits on number of fields per object. Some large organizations exceeds the maximum limit of maximum limit on fields per object. So by leveraging AGrid, no need to create formula fields on any object just to display or filter any data for your list view and related list. You can use the primary object or parent object fields from up to 5 level for display and filter the information. We also built a native touch interface specifically crafted for iPad and mobile devices. And by adding the AGrid in list view, you can access the same configuration and all bells and whistles available on available on web. You can access it on your mobile and iPad devices. Let's take a quick look why AGrid is feature rich and can solve various problems for end users. So this is the summary of all AGrid features compared with traditional list view and related list. As you can see, certain features are limited to list views. Related lists don't have all bells and whistles. That's the traditional thing. But AGrid offers a whole new set of features to replace your list view and related list completely to increase the usability and boost the productivity. Let's see everything in our demo. Just give me 1 second to switch the screens.
In AGrid, configuration is backbone of everything. Admins can manage them using AGrid configuration tab. Let's create a configuration. Enter the title and select the object. You can notice all standard and custom objects available in this list. Admin can override default columns for mobile view and choose the default sort field. Admin can also enable preference sharing, create, modify, delete permission, export as CSV, and focus mode for end users. I already created a configuration. Let's use that for rest of the demo. In columns section, we can select fields from primary or parent objects. We can define the display order, rename the label, enable inline edit, sorting, and search at each column level. Click Add Column action to add new column. Select the field from the drop down. Enter the sort order, rename the label, and change the default configuration if needed. Save the configuration. In filter section, you can add filters to filter the data. In this use case, I'm selecting closed equals false to display all open cases. Navigate to Actions tab to add any lightning flow actions. You can invoke, auto launched, or visual flow. Let's create an action for escalate case. Save the configuration and come back to columns section. Click Add Actions tab. Enter the sort order as 45 to place it next to status, and select the action we created. Enter the label for the column and save the configuration. Let's add this configuration in account detail page. Go to account record detail page, click settings and edit page. Add a new tab for open cases. Identify AGrid list view in components list. Drag it and drop it in the UI. Select the configuration we set and enter account ID as parent field name. Save the configuration and navigate back to account detail page. We successfully enabled open cases related list in account detail page. Meet Mr. John. He is a customer success manager. He is meeting this customer today. Before the call, John opens the customer account and wants to check if any high priority cases would impact his meeting. He noticed the AGrid powered open cases and closed cases related list added to the account detail page. He filtered the open cases by priority using column filters and verified the information. Everything looks good for him. John wishes to do this before every customer call. He creates a preference with same criteria. Priority includes high. He saved this preference as high priority cases. Now he can switch between open cases and high priority cases anytime. He also pins it as default to save additional clicks. John thought this preference will be helpful for his team members. He shared this with NA Sales Manager and include the subordinates so that the whole team can access it now. John also wants to review few opportunity information and related opportunity product details. He scrolls down to Open Opportunities section, enter into focus mode and identify the opportunity, click Manage Products button. It is launching a flow and this flow includes another AGrid component where it displays all opportunity products in list view. He updates various record values using mass and single inline edit functionality. Click Save to save all the changes and Finish to exit the flow. Refresh the list view to see the new changes reflected. He can also download the list view data as CSV in one button click. To enable the connected intelligence on related list, in configuration screen, navigate to related objects filter and select the object. Let's use opportunity for this demo. Enter the name which will be referred in Lightning page and select the common entity in filter criteria. In this use case, account is the common entity for both opportunity and case. Save the configuration and navigate to opportunity record detail page. Edit page and search for AGrid list view, add it to the layout, enter the related object filter name and save the configuration. Click back to go to opportunity detail page. By enabling connected intelligence to related list, reps can see cases information in opportunity detail page. You can also notice the preference we have already created is also reflecting here. When John meets the customer, he is asking about a newly created case. John quickly finds that information in open cases related list and find the record. He clicks the escalate button and update the description to the service team. He was able to perform this action without navigating from opportunity detail page. He clicks next and finish the flow action and refresh the list view to ensure the data is reflected. And the new high priority case is also available in his preference view. Customer also asked about upcoming renewal opportunities. John was able to access all sibling opportunities from opportunity page using connected intelligence enabled related list. Let's see how field users can improve their productivity using AGrid. When they visit the customer place, they pull up the appropriate account and click on related. So here they can see all available related list. Let's open cases, and reps can see more number of fields, and they can also expand the view to see all fields. Reps can switch between their preferences and sort by any available column. This is helpful to quickly sort any information. They can also create a new preference from mobile interface. Let's switch to high priority cases and open one of the case why I am visiting the customer. From the case detail page, if I go to related list, I can get more contextual information. I can see all available sibling cases related to this account, say if there are any common issues, and I can also see all available opportunities for this particular account. All these things are only possible through connected intelligence enabled action centric AGrid. That's everything from our today's demo. Let's see what's in our roadmap.
Thank you, Nixon. That was very useful. As you can see, some of the concepts we spoke about was displayed in this demo. And right after the roadmap, Nixon can answer any questions related to the demo. Go ahead, Nixon.
Yeah. All right. So we are excited to share some of key features in our roadmap. Currently, you have seen a demo with the row level actions, right? Which can invoke a visual flow or a auto launched flow. Currently, we are working on a list level flow actions where you can select multiple rows and invoke a flow from AGrid. It will be generally available by middle of July 2021. And our team is working hard to support grid level summary values and formula fields, like how you can create varied aggregate functionality and contextual formulas in standard Salesforce reports. And this list is not everything we planned. There is a lot more in our feedback, and we are working with our customers closely to hear their pain points and convert them into actionable elements in AGrid. So yeah, that's everything from my end. So Alexa, you can take it from here.
Thank you. So as you've all seen, the level of attention that our developers and our field engineers like Nixon have put into building this app, and this is built directly from the client's experience, and that's, I think, what makes this very unique. What we're going to do is we're going to bring in our customer, one of our customers, and just kind of this customer has been one of our early customers, and they have used our product. They've given us feedback, and they've been very open to using AGrid, and they're also open to optimization and efficiency, right? Moving from 7 clicks to 2 clicks. How is that useful? How is that saving just extra 4 clicks? How does that even add value? How can you justify the return on investment on clicks and to touch, right? We're moving from clicks to touch and to have this connected intelligence. But as you can see, when we moved from optimizing from 7 clicks to 2 clicks, we also optimized the flows. We got the connected intelligence in place so you can see everything in one screen. So saying that, I would like to go ahead and invite Senthil and Harpreet. They're going to go ahead and self-moderate and run this demo session. So they're going to introduce themselves. They're going to talk about what are the good, bad, and ugly of AGrid, what they have, how they have used it. And then they're also going to talk about what type of pain points that AGrid has solved, and also offer some suggestions and some future enhancement. So saying that, Senthil and Harpreet, it's all yours.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Softsquare team and AGrid team specifically. I'll do a bit of intro. I won't talk much. I'll let Harpreet go next and talk more about the greatness of the product. But Senthil Subbiah, I'm the Director of Commercial Business Solutions and AMS, Application Maintenance and Support. So just a bit of background about our Salesforce journey and how we got to know about this great product and such, and then the evolutions we have had. As I want to call out, there is definitely no ugliness in the product. I know Alex mentioned if there are any ugliness, definitely no there, not much there at all, I must say. So we implemented Salesforce a year and a half ago, quite successful implementation. And our industry is Mark Anthony Group. We are in the liquor business, liquor distribution business. I'm sure you've all heard of White Claw and Mike's Hard Lemonade in the US, as well as in Canada. We import liquor, spirits, and beers, and you name it, from all over the world. Also, we have our 6 wineries, right from Mission Hill to Martin's Lane to the premium wines to the other few other wineries, as I mentioned. So we implemented Sales Cloud, including the mobile app, for our 160 and odd or 170 and odd. It's a fast growing company, the client base. So we implemented Sales Cloud through the 3 phases, quite successful journey. And last year, what we quickly realized over the journey, we used almost all the bells and whistles Sales Cloud offers without writing, many lines of code, like I think Andi or Nixon were calling it out, right? 99% declarative coding, we deployed it. The one unique use case for our industry is we deal with the 10 or 11 provinces and the liquor board data set, and every data set or every liquor board system is quite independent. They don't talk to each other. So which means for our sales rep to be using the tool, and it has to come with the liquor board data, i.e. in terms of inventory levels, order quantities, or listings, whether a product is out of date or canceled or dead, literally, that we stopped importing them and things like that, all at their fingertips. Which means, other than the native features of Salesforce, we needed to ingest a lot of data. That needed the mobile app to be acting to that. And very quickly, over the second phase, we realized we needed a powerful tool, either Sales Cloud or the Sales Cloud mobile app, able to do it versus the Salesforce app couldn't do it. That's where we found AGrid. And needless to say, it literally services all the needs for our sales reps at their fingertips, looking at the way Nixon showed, and very easily filter, search, put in favorites, all from an admin, all from a user-specific level of things, right? So that's where I give kudos to particularly Nixon and Andi and team, relentlessly working and listening to our use cases over the journey, the 4 or 5 months that we work. And it's been like, almost everything what we needed for taking it live was done by the team. And it's still improving. I see a lot of roadmap items coming. So Harpreet, if you don't mind, please take it away and give specific, the tool-centric features, what's been our journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Senthil. Go ahead, Harpreet.
I think I'm off mute, right?
Correct.
Yes, now we can hear you. Go ahead.
Awesome. Yeah, I just want to echo Senthil's sentiments. We are so grateful for the team, Nixon, Andi, Sriram, all working very closely with us and very patient with our use case. As Senthil mentioned, we have different rules in each province or state. And with that becomes different data set available and different configuration that we can set up. So with the AGrid configuration, we're able to make each province set up for its own data needs and what's available to them. And as mentioned, it's very admin configurable. So, sometimes on the mobile app, Nixon showed how we can just add in a few different constraints and then make a new filter, and you can find that. But it's also easy enough for admin like us to set that up one time, and reps have that available. It takes 2 minutes. We can share it with the team. And another unique use case that we have is we have 3 different business units within each state, generally 3. So with that comes another subset of extra configuration that we need to do. So who can see what data? Each business unit should be private. Their product should be prioritized first. And, within all that, there are some special needs that, this team needs this, another team needs that. With AGrid, we're able to prioritize all of that in one go. So, I can log in with my team, see what's directly applicable to me, and then my colleague from another team can do the same. So really having that good flexibility and ability to cater to, again, our unique use case, which is probably different from many other orgs. And then 2, as Senthil mentioned, we've spent a lot of time becoming data heavy within Salesforce. So we want our field sales representatives to have as much data as possible. So one big thing for us is, what did you do last year this time in order to, get ready for the summer or get ready for Christmas and all that kind of stuff. And now we're able to import and manage the data in Salesforce. So while we did have the data within Salesforce, it was really cumbersome to filter, to find, and actually make use of. Now with the filters, we're able to, go back as much as we need and have data ready to use. So that's been really good for the reps to have directly within their fingertips. And as Senthil mentioned, mobile is our main priority. So we did have Nixon and team work extra with us to make sure that the mobile configurations were, as robust as they could be and as user-friendly on the road. So those are probably my biggest takeaways, is, having a lot of flexibility within the application, and then 2, being able to make sense of the data. So, without the filters, there's just too much data, especially on the mobile iPad, to work through. And we found as admin that it's been really easy to train ourselves. I'm sure some super user managers and stuff can also, be at that level where they can make their own filters and share with their own teams as well. So we've seen that to be really good. And then now that they're a managed package, we've seen the updates come through, and that's been super easy for us. As Senthil mentioned, we're very low code, very, very low development. So it's been good to see that kind of maintain itself, and, really just, keep our hands out of the nitty gritty. Won't take up too much more time, but we're very satisfied. And as the team has said, we're looking forward to the roadmap, and we have a few of our own unique things that we'd like to suggest and work on. And as Dr. Alexander was saying, there's no start or end to this. So once we gave this to reps, they were having their own ideas like, how about this? How about this? Can we configure here? So always good to have that feedback and continue progressing. Thank you.
Thank you, Harpreet. And one of the
Awesome.
things when I was on these discussion sessions with Senthil and Harpreet in a few meetings, what we realized is that they're hyper productive. They want to optimize the number of touch, because in mobile, we're moving from click native to touch native. And with touch, it's like swiping and moving things around and looking at things as you scroll. So the whole user interface and experience for field technicians and engineers, it has changed. And also the efficiency that it brings in terms of training and deployment, the administration. And so one of the biggest priorities is to make sure that the administration is low. Easy to use is important, equally important, but the administration and the ease of training and having pre-made templates that you can deploy. So saying that, thank you again for your motivation and keeping us on our toes. Thank you again so much, Senthil and Harpreet, for really coming out there and preparing and helping us with everything that you do for us. And the rest of our clients, thank you. Now it's open question time for Nixon. He has his demo app running. In case you have any specific questions, he can bring it up and show you, share the screen. If this is an offline question, please reach out to us. As you know, we're open and direct. So thank you, everyone. And go ahead, Mr. Giri or Nixon.
As you can see, this is our team. We have more than 10 people involved in our product development, particularly this product alone. First, I would like to recognize in the middle, you see three big pictures. The leftmost is Melvin, who is our product lead. He's been tirelessly implementing this product for the last 1 year, particularly with a divided virtual team across hundreds of miles. So it is always difficult to do that in this situation where we can't work from the office. And with the developers, QA, DevOps engineers, various resources across. And of course, we have Nixon, who presented, and he pushes for features untiringly, incessantly, consistently over us to say, I need this feature for this client, and we need to build these things. So he is very relentless in his work, apart from three key customer relationships that he maintains from our Toronto office. Of course, we have Geraldine, who's the third person in the middle. She manages our products as well as negotiates between the dev team and the business team, and takes some of the beating. And of course, we have a few of our developers. I think UK Ranjit is here, and Mohana, two of our primary developers, and various architects who are in different products, but do definitely help us with shaping this product. As I mentioned earlier, our PDO practice helps us, and they bring their varied experience that they get from their customers into our own products and shape it for the AppExchange. Thank you, all of you. Back to you, Alex.
I got a question from Advisor Assist, like, can we use this AGrid in utility bars? We have tested AGrid within Flow, and but we have not tested that in utility bar yet. But I will definitely have a quick check on that and revert.
There's a question from Tom, I think. Is there a limit to the number of records in a view?
No, we do lazy loading. So in web interface, on the launch, we load 20 records, and when user scrolls down and hits the bottom, we load another 20 records, similar to how Salesforce suggests to handle large data volume. And for mobile, we reduce the volume to 10 because it's a small form factor, and we don't want to spend additional 1 second to load 20 records. So it's multiplies of 10 in mobile, but in web, it is 20 records. As you keep loading, it will continuously load in lazy loading, yeah. Mahendran, thanks for your question. The question is, does AGrid works for external objects? We are exploring that, but currently we are, now we are supporting all standard objects, custom objects, even the setup screen objects, but external object is in research and development. So we'll get back to you with the answers, Mahendran.
Yeah, thank you, Nixon.
No problem, Mahendran.
Well, thank you, everyone. We're 1 minute under our 1 hour session. So any other questions, please reach out to us. As you know, you can directly reach out to the CEO of Softsquare. He's always open to answering all your questions. Thank you, Mr. Giri. And please stay safe, and looking forward to seeing you in our next demo day session. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone. Great job.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.